Hello, fellow punters. Before lunchtime on Thursday, no weekly show today. The Stieg is a busy man, and I'm busy tomorrow evening, so it won't be done tomorrow either. So I'll get a video up, I think, early in the evening before I have to go away tomorrow evening. And I'm doing it today because of a funeral this evening, and I have to get the mirror, I think, fixed on the bus that Laurie took off it on Monday morning. So I hope to get that fixed this evening. It's not simple driving without a mirror on your right hand side. Um, I'll still get the nap next best and each way selection. I'll do that myself because I have two people in mind. I was to do it next week for them anyway, that helped the channel in the past few months. So I'll do that tomorrow evening. Hopefully, I'll probably have an early evening video. So very hard tomorrow, I thought, to get anything of note, but we come up with there's a horse in Dundalk, Fundalk, on a Friday. I've no prices for anything now because there's nothing out yet, but I'll put them up when I get them up tonight when I get home. Dancing Tango for Joseph O'Brien. This was with Roger Charlton. And they had a half-brother. I think they've done the very same. They brought it from the same ownership, done something similar. But he had reasonable enough for him there at 10 furlongs and, 13 and a half, mile and a half. Second first time out on the maiden, won a maiden then. But the last day at 12 furlongs, which was in a handicap, he was coming round on the rail, or getting up on the rail, and the gap closed. And he wasn't too busy after it, Stone Walsh. So it's a qualified riders race, and John Gleeson is a good jockey. He won that bumper there in Leopardstown at Christmas, and I thought that'd be worth. It'll probably be an each way shot. It'll probably be at least 5-1, 6-1 to back him each way, and then we have two horses that we're familiar with, and giving another chance in this handicap order tomorrow to Shashinka. The step up and trip. She got done for toe the last day by Progressive, which went out in front and just wasn't able to peg it back, but ran well enough, even though it was bet 9 lengths. But when you consider that it was pretty consistent on the flat at 2 miles, the step up and trip to 2.5 over hurls should be a plus. And the ground is an advantage as well. It's down from 118 down to 116, and young French Davis takes 3 off it. So she's running at 113. She hasn't run like that in a while. There is a couple there. There's a yoke there of Gary Moore's that hasn't run in a year, and Chives of Nicky Henderson's. But we'll give that a chance tomorrow to redeem itself. She's a decent mare, like. Then we have an each way bet and Lingfield, Buzz Horse Laheg. This done us a turn the last day at 6 furlongs. Now, the only negative is that it hasn't ran at Lingfield before. But it done the job pretty well in a decent time. It was about 1:12, I think. It ran the last, and it's in trap 1 tomorrow. Luke Morris stays loyal to as well. Just have a quick peep at the way it done in the last day.
Against the rail, 1 length away is Musique around the outside of Laheg, green and red on the rail. They're being followed through by Bezza's Lad, who's challenging up around 3 deep. Watermelon Sugar is just in behind those and making some progress. Balear being asked for a bit more as well. And as they spin off the turn, Neptune Legend last of all. Intervention has a narrow lead from Laheg. I do apologise. Watermelon Sugar looking to angle out. Balear yet to pick up Musique at the outside, and it's Laheg driven into the lead inside the furlong from Watermelon Sugar. Intervention, Musica behind those, but it's Laheg and Luke Morris in front. Laheg just over a length in front of Watermelon Sugar.
there's a horse there. I don't know what they're going to do tomorrow. It never ran shorter than 7 furlongs before. Baldemero. It's the first time at 6 tomorrow. It actually broke its maiden in Dundalk when it was with Joseph O'Brien way back. And then, as you can see, 7 furlongs, 8, 9.5, 10. And it was second the last day, and they're dropping it back. But you have to learn how to sprint as well. And then at the 4 o'clock, there's a Class 3 handicap hurl. It's a grand little race. This now hard enough to pick the winner, of course. Halifax has a great chance because it has changed stable from to Grace Harris and from John Joe Neal, and it was second first time out, and then it at the distance, and then it won the last day. Then you have Emma Tom, first time for Alan King. That was fourth in Cheltenham a few years ago to Lisnagar Oscar. But Bothwell Bridge, remember I won on this a couple of times, but first time it went novice chasing, looked very promising. It was rated 131, and novice handicap chasing won, and then it went to hell altogether. Fell, pulled up, and they aborted that chasing campaign, and they brought it back into hurls the last day. Nico de Bonville was on it in a Class 1, and it was fifth at 40-1. It beat decent horses there. Rated 131. But they have that Sean O'Brien, and he's taken off 10. And in the last 14 days there, you see he has 6 rides, 2 wins and 2 places. So with him taking off £10, that's bringing it, down to 11 stone 4. So it's only just above Halifax then. Halifax taking off 3. So if that's the forecast betting there is a 5-1 shot. There's 8 in the race. Might be worth an each way bet. Halifax might be, but it's a difficult race. But that's all I could come up with tomorrow. Just before I go, I paid the monthly €50 to UK Jockeys Fund. Anyone that wants to see that, it should be up on Just Giving. And Racing Together was the nominated charity the last month from Spinderella, Paula. But I sent an email about 4 or 5 days ago to John. He must be one of the head book cats, because there's no link on the site to donate money. If there's anybody out there that can help me with that, send me a link. Or Paula, if you know anything. I did send an email, but I've no reply got yet. And for this month, I'm going to give the 100 to a worthy cause. A young lad that suffered cancer when he was in September 2021. He was diagnosed with high-risk neuroblastoma. And they're getting funds now together to put him on a clinical trial for a vaccine in the world-renowned Sloan Kettering Cancer Centre in New York. He's at 2 years or a year and a half undergoing treatment, and things are looking up. But it's a high risk that it'll come back again. So they're doing this to try and keep it away. He's only 9 now. He's very involved in sport and everything like that. So that's where I'm going to give the 100 this month, and I'll do it before the end of the week. Even though I don't only do it at the end of the month, but I'll send it on. So. That's me done and dusted. I don't think there's anything. Oh, there's a couple of Patrick Marshall and JMJ newcomers on the bus. And if I missed anyone, I'll check back in over the weekend and get back to you on Monday. Anyway, back tomorrow evening, probably back early before I head away. I have a bit of an errand to go on. Bash the bookies, over and out.